الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة وكل ضلالة في النار. يقول سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه الكريم بعد ويمددكم بأموال وبنين ويجعل لكم جنات ويجعل لكم أنهارا ما لكم لا ترجون لله وقارا صدق الله العظيم. I make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that this Ramadan that alhamdulillah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed us with, that He accepts our efforts and that whatever actions, whatever amal that we did in the month of Ramadan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts it. And all the feelings and the emotions that we felt during the month of Ramadan, such as iman and taqwa and certain joys, that I hope it manifests into one emotion and one feeling. It's a feeling and an emotion that should go beyond Ramadan into the 11 months that are left. And that's the emotion and feeling of hope. Hope in what? Hope in the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hope in what? Hope in the Quran, the kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we commit our lives to it, that truly it can bring a change in our life. Hope in what? Hope in that if we live our life according to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, according to his sunnah, that inshallah ta'ala in his lifestyle, in his way of life, and all the things that he loved, inshallah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make us successful. But if you're that individual, when you think of your past, and all you see is a sin, all you see is a wall of sin, and it upsets you, and it depresses you, and you feel like you're not worthy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's rahmah, then you really need to reevaluate who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. You know, once a companion by the name of Abu Tawil, he's not a well-known companion, radiyallahu anhu, and he came to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and he told the Prophet of Allah that, Ya Rasulullah, in my past I've committed all sorts of sins. I've done all sorts of bad things. He doesn't name them. He leaves that to the imagination. And he asked Rasulullah, will I be forgiven? The Prophet of Allah, he asked him, have you stopped doing those bad sins? And the Sahabi says, yes, I have. He goes, do you do good things? Do you do good actions? He goes, yes, I do. Then he said that you should know that all the bad sins that you have committed have been converted into good deeds. And not only that, but all your bad deeds have been forgiven. I'll give you another example. Once a companion came to the Prophet ﷺ And he tells the Prophet of Allah, look, according to the Sharia, there's a sin that I have done, and according to the Sharia, there's a certain punishment that I have to have in order to be forgiven. And the Prophet of Allah said, look, it's time for prayer, why don't we pray first? They went ahead and prayed their salah. And after the salah, the Sahabi, the companion, came back to the Prophet of Allah. And he said, Ya Rasulullah, what should I do? You know, according to the Sharia, there's a certain punishment that I need to have. Rasulullah said, did you pray your salah? He goes, yes. He goes, you've been forgiven, go. It's that easy. It's that easy. But it's up to us that we must make that first step. You know, for 950 years, Noah alayhi salam, he invited his people to believe in Allah. And at year 900, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted a progress report. You know, for those of us who work in a corporate environment, every quarter we show our progress report. How well is the company doing? How much progression have we made? How much growth has the company made? So at year 900, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked Nuh alayhi salam, what's the progress? How many people have accepted Islam? Look at Nuh alayhi salam. He goes, this is what I've been telling you. This is what I've been telling my people. فَقُلْ تُسْتَغْفِرُوا رَبَّكُمْ. Just ask for forgiveness. إِنَّهُ كَانَ غَفَّارًا. You should know that Allah is most forgiving. يُرْسِلِ السَّمَاءَ عَلَيْكُمْ مِدْرَارًا. He'll send a beneficial rain. Because as we know in the story of Nuh alayhi salam, there was a rain that came and almost eliminated civilization. I'll send something beneficial. I'll give you something beneficial. You know, when we ask for forgiveness, what do we expect in return? Allah to forgive us. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, not only when you ask for forgiveness, I'll give you a signing bonus. وَيُمْدِدُكُمْ بِأَمْوَالٍ وَبَنِينَ. I'll give you wealth. I'll give you children. And look at the response of Nuh alayhi salam. مَا لَكُمْ لَا تَرْجُونَ لِلَّهِ وَقَارًا. What's wrong with you guys? It's that easy. Just ask. You know, we like to have examples from our history. You know, is it really true if I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will I ever be forgiven? Is it really true? Then let's go back in our even into our historical past. In the time of Nuh alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, Ibn Qudama writes in his book of Kitab al-Tawwabin of the people who returned back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the time of Musa alayhi salam, there was this amazing drought where people were dying. People were dying out of frustration. There was nothing to eat. There was no crops. There was nothing where people were able to sustain themselves. So Musa alayhi salam had a special quality with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Literally, he would converse with Allah. He was known as Kalimullah. He would conversate with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he said, Ya Allah, what should I do? He said that your nation hasn't asked for forgiveness. So ask for forgiveness. So Musa alayhi salam took 70,000 people out of the city. And he said, look, ask for forgiveness. And they asked night after night, night after night. And they're asking for forgiveness so the rain can fall. And nothing's happening. So Musa alayhi salam, after a few days, he goes back to Allah Azza wa Jal. And he says, you know, we're doing what you've asked us for. Why isn't the rain falling? He goes, there's one person out of your nation of 70,000. There's that one person who hasn't asked for repentance in 40 years. And it's because of him I'm not sending the rain. So Musa alayhi salam, he makes that announcement to his people. Look, there's that one person in you who hasn't asked for forgiveness. And it's because of you Allah is not sending in the rain. When that person heard the announcement, he knew who it was. He knew who it was. So he goes, if I stand up now, it's going to be embarrassing. It's because of me my nation was in a lot of difficulty. It was because of me my nation was in a lot of struggle. So in his heart, just in his heart, he asks for forgiveness. Right when he does that, Allah makes it starts to rain. Musa alayhi salam was so happy. He was so happy. He goes, what happened? In a matter of few seconds, you weren't sending rain, and now the rain is falling. So Musa alayhi salam said, what happened? Allah Azza wa Jalla said that one person who didn't ask for forgiveness, he asked for forgiveness. And for the love that I have for him, that's why I sent the rain. And it continues. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Musa alayhi salam goes back to Allah. He goes, I want to meet that person. I want to meet that person because of him. We have rain now. Allah Azza wa Jalla, look at this beautiful response. He said that, when he was committing sins, I hided his mistakes. What makes you think that I'm going to reveal him now? That is the rahmah. Imagine every time that we commit a sin, it's on CNN. Every time we commit a sin, it's on LA Times. Every time we commit a sin, it's on the internet. We would have a hard time leaving our houses. Today, Junaid is giving a khutbah. Tomorrow, he misses Salatul Fajr. It's tough. But that is even the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the rahmah of Allah Azza wa Jalla. So what should we do? What should we do? When we do something wrong, right away we should ask for what? Forgiveness. And that's a sign of a true believer. In the Quran it says, وَالَّذِينَ إِذَا فَعَلُوا فَاحِشَةً أَوْ ظَلَمُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ ذَكَرُوا اللَّهَ. When we do something embarrassing, you want to avoid that person. If you use foul language in front of someone and you see him around, you want to avoid them. If you mess up at work, you don't go into work saying, hey, what's up, guys? You just go into your pod and your pride because your manager is upset at you because you made a big mistake. Matter of fact, even my son, when he gets a bad report card, I ask him, what grade did you get? He doesn't want to talk about it. I was like, what grade did you get? He's like, I don't know, I'm embarrassed. But when a true believer, when he makes a mistake, what does he do? Zakarullah. He remembers Allah. فَاسْتَغْفَرُوا لِذُنُوبِهِمْ. And he asks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive him. وَمَنْ يَغْفِرُ الذُّنُوبَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. Because where else do we have to go? If we don't have Allah, there isn't a plan B, C, D, or E. There's only Allah Azza wa Jalla. So not only should we not lose hope in Allah, we shouldn't lose hope in ourselves. We shouldn't lose hope in ourselves. Sometimes we have a habit. Some of us have certain habits that, I have an anger issue, and then we just tell our wife, that's the way I am. Too bad. This is the way I am. Or for those of us who have a bad habit of cursing or telling lies, and you say that, this is the way I am, I can't change. Just as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's rahmah is great, He's made this human being great too, that you can overcome your sins. That you can overcome your sins. And what's a testament to that? Ramadan. Alhamdulillah, that hafiz that was here, he was reading so beautifully, and people were coming here for tahajjud. They were coming here and staying until 12:30, 1 p.m. Now the question arises, can we pray Salatul Isha? The question arises, can we pray Salatul Fajr now? And say, it's too hard. I had a long day at work. I can't do it. But for a month, we were doing it. For a month, we were controlling ourselves. We were controlling our anger. We were being cautious. Because we knew that we didn't want to break the boundaries of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We know we can do it. Because a few days ago, we were doing it. That's a testament. And one more thing, that we never lose hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that we don't lose hope in ourselves. And one more thing is that we don't lose hope in other people. Look at that guy, look at the clothes he's wearing. Look at that sister, she's not wearing her hijab right. We're so judgmental. God forbid that guy's beard's not long enough. And we start judging people. And we think that, that guy, I don't think he can ever get guidance. It's not in our it's not in our iman that we judge people. You know, last year, actually a few months ago, during last Christmas, we knew that event that in Connecticut, that elementary school where that guy went in and shot all those kids. And it was so heartbreaking for those of us who have children. We were heartbroken. And we think that, that person who did it, he can't even be forgiven. But there's a similarity in our past. Fir'aun, he did the same thing every other year. He killed baby boys for every other year for a very long time. Thousands and thousands of kids he killed. And when Musa alayhi salam received his prophethood, what did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell him? لَعَلَّهُ يَزَّكَّى. Go remind him, because reminder is beneficial. For those of us who have children or in high school and we think that, why aren't they following Islam? Or, every time I talk to them, they talk back to me. And you lose hope. Don't underestimate the power of dua. Make dua for your children. For those of you who have a bad relationship in your marriages, make dua for each other. One dua changed the game. One dua changed the game. The Prophet of Allah made dua for a man that today we name our children after. And if we knew his life before Islam, it would be hard for us to digest. But that the Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was hopeful in him, now we name our children after him. And that's Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu. If we read about his life before Islam, it would be very difficult. We wouldn't imagine this is the same Umar we name masjid after. And after Islam came, we name our children after him. Matter of fact, the Prophet of Allah said that if there were to be a prophet after me, it would be Umar. Don't underestimate the power of dua. And I'll share a story to you because it's a true testament. 13 years ago, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed me to go for Hajj. And when I went for Hajj, these two brothers met us in Chicago. And they joined our group. This one tall brother, he was about 6'4", had a big orange beard, and I thought he was Albanian or Bosnian. I thought he was Muslim. And when we got to Makkah, we all wore our ihrams. So this brother's name was Abdus Salam. So when Abdus Salam took off his thobe, he was wearing a long thobe. And when he wore his ihram, you can see his arms and his chest. And when he wore his ihram, his whole body from his neck all the way to his fingertips, he had tattoos. And they weren't regular tattoos. They were like really scary looking tattoos of skulls, and it was very aggressive. And some of the uncles saw this and they said, "Hey, you're not going to walk with us, astaghfirullah." It's like, what is this? We're not rolling with you, man. You're going single. Some of the uncles, they got worried. They said, "What is this?" So Abdul Salam, he said, "It's okay." We didn't know who he was, what he was all about. And Abdul Salam, he went for tawaf on his own. And when he started doing the tawaf, at the Kaaba, there was a security guard there. So the security guard stopped him. I can't have you doing tawaf like this. Astaghfirullah. So one brother was with him, Naeem, and he spoke Arabic. So Abdul Salam tells Naeem, tell this to the security guard, that tell him that I have these tattoos before Islam. I accepted Islam in jail. Matter of fact, I was part of the neo-Nazi group, a KKK. For those of you who don't know who neo-Nazis are, they don't like anybody else other than being white. If you're colored, they don't like you. Matter of fact, if they're walking on the street, you would go across the street and you wouldn't walk on the same street as they would. So the security guard says, "Really?" He goes, "Tell me your story." He goes, "When I got arrested and I was in jail for manslaughter, and when I was in jail, all this anger that I had in my heart, it started to go away. And I started to realize, what have I done with my life? Where am I? I'm in this jail for 24 hours of the day. He goes, I need to do something. So he started studying religion. You know, when you feel this frustration, you need to fill that void. So he starts to study Christianity. He starts to study Judaism. He studies Buddhism. And he starts reading the Quran. He goes, I read the first page, and he goes as if this Quran was reading me, and he accepts Islam. So the security guard was really happy. He's like, all right, come and follow me. Come and follow me. And he goes, I went and followed him, and he took me up the staircase, and he goes, I went into this room, and this big guy was sitting there. And he turned around, and it was the Imam of Makkah, Imam Sudais. And the security guard tells me something in Arabic, and Imam Sudais, you know, for those of you who've seen this big jolly guy, he said, Alhamdulillah. And he tells Abdul Salam to take a seat. And he makes dua for him. Fast forward, Abdul Salam is coming back to our room. And he's happy, he has a smile year to year. Happy. And we're like, Abdul Salam, why are you so happy? We also did tawaf. Yes, the Kaaba is a beautiful sight, but it's like, there's something special, man. And Abdul Salam tells us a story. He goes, look, I accepted Islam, and you know, and alhamdulillah, the security guard stopped me, and I told him my story, and the security guard took me into this room, and I met Sheikh Sudais. So all the uncles say, hey, next time when you go for tawaf, take me with you. How strange is that? Don't judge people. You know, Bani Israel, when they got a lot of knowledge, they started speaking aggressively to people. What did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says in the Quran, وَقُولُوا لِلنَّاسِ حُسْنًا. Speak to people beautifully. You know, Islam, Muslims, they encourage people, they motivate people. You know, we look at people and like, okay, you know, that person's going to Jahannam, she's going to Jahannam. It's like we work for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's embassy and we're just giving out free visas. Don't give out visas. He doesn't have an embassy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's rahmah is bigger than beyond our imagination. You know, before Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was given his prophethood, he was known as what? Sadiq al-Amin. The trustworthy, the honest. He had a relationship with people. So when you want to give advice, know the person. You know, there's a saying in Arabic, they say when you give advice from your heart, it connects the heart. Hey brother, you know this thing that you're doing, man? It's going to ruin you, dude. Stop doing it. Don't be like, hey, you, astaghfirullah. Not only did you embarrass him, now he doesn't want to come back to the masjid. Don't do that. So I made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we took advantage of Ramadan and that we never lose hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when we do something embarrassing, something shameful, right away we remember Allah. And that we should know that just as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's rahmah is greater than our sins, He's made this human being greater than our weaknesses. And I make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we never judge people. And we're hopeful in people. We're hopeful in our children. We're hopeful in our spouses. And we're hopeful in our community, inshallah ta'ala. Barakallahu lana wa lakum fil Qur'an al-azim. ونفعني وإياكم بالآيات والذكر الحكيم أستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المؤمنين فاستغفروا إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. أقم الصلاة.